will be Carter Mason, the King of the North.
Jake O'Reilly looked like a caged animal back there. He wants to fight, Matt. Carter Mason is a good wrestler, but he is not a fighter. At least not a fighter the caliber of Jake O'Reilly. Tonight, I think we crown a new king. Here's my boy.
Another guy that doesn't know where his place is in Northland Wrestling, Anthony Fiasco, who came out and tried to make a disaster of this opening. He got up in the face of General Manager Adam Andrews, and now he's gonna have to put up or shut up as he's ready to take on Alessandro Del Bruno.
Knows his place? Knows his place? Matt, you're just as bad as Andrews and Jarris and all the other promoters and general managers that have kept this man down. Anthony Fiasco is a top-level talent. That means he should be fighting for championships.
That's why he was fighting Dan Jarris at the last event.
Absolutely. And who won that match? Anthony Fiasco. That's who.
At 100.
You know what it is. Dan Jarris can't take the fact that Anthony Fiasco beat him in the middle of the ring. That's why he didn't get the title shot, because it would be admitting that he's not as good as Anthony Fiasco.
You know what? Here's a guy you can hang your hat on.
Alessandro Del Bruno. I'm going to kill the suspense here right now. This guy, a glory hog, clearly trying to suck this moment and everything it's worth, trying to rob Anthony Fiasco of the glory he truly deserves.
There's nothing wrong with a little showmanship in front of your own people. There he is! Alessandro Del Bruno!
If I was Italian and this goof was representing me, I'd burn my passport.
You just have your priorities mixed up, right, man?
Not as mixed up as Del Bruno does. It's a wrestling match, you bozo, not a soccer game. Why do people love this guy? I don't understand it, Matt. You're one of the people. You're on their level. Why do they love this guy?
What's not to love?
Well, that haircut.
Listen, Alessandro Del Bruno, he's charismatic, he's young, he's athletic, he's got great friends, including Greg Estabrooks. He knows who to tie into in this community.
Geez, was that name heavy? Matt, I think you've been carrying it around all night before you dropped that one. The important thing to remember here is that this is still a match that's going to be it's going to be impactful on the rankings here in Northland Wrestling. Regardless of whether you cheer for Del Bruno or if you're a real fan and cheer for Fiasco like I do, this match is going to have huge implications on the title picture later on down the road.
Well, Anthony Fiasco feels like he should be part of that title picture. I get that, but really, is beating up the owner and promoter the way to go about it? Is beating up the general, or attempting to beat up the general manager, the way to go about it? You know, if I was Anthony Fiasco, I would have apologized for what I did at Conquest, and then I would have asked, huge head scissor takedown by Del Bruno. You telling me you don't know what there is to like about Del Bruno?
I'm telling you that I think Fiasco's groin got caught on the bottom rope there, and Del Bruno should be disqualified right now. Somebody ring the bell, give the match to Fiasco.
What match are you watching? Fiasco on the outside, and he is able to head clap. Pele kick, down goes Fiasco to the Del Bruno for the cover. This could be, well, he kicked out at one. We're talking about this guy wanted to be part of the title picture. Why did he approach GM Adam Andrews and ask to be part of the tag title picture? Is it maybe because he can't get along with anybody?
Hey, listen, I'll tell you exactly why. Because Adam Andrews is dumber than a bag of rocks. That's why. That guy wouldn't know championship material if it was on his shoulders. As a matter of fact, championship material was on his shoulders earlier, and I still don't think he knew what he was doing with those belts. As for Dan Jarrus, hey, he put himself in those positions. Dan wants to be the star. Dan wants all the glory of his hometown people. Then he's going to have to face the consequences when he gets outclassed and out-wrestled by a top talent like Anthony Fiasco.
Well, Dan Jarrus also beat the Saudis tonight, which is no small feat on its own.
Well, definitely I'll agree that it's no small feat. And a cover.
Del Bruno being worked into the mat by Anthony Fiasco tonight.
Well, that's the thing about Fiasco. He takes it to you. No matter who you are, he's up and at you 110%. This Del Bruno kid, he's going to try and fly all over the ring just like that with moves like a flying forearm. But the fact of the matter is, Fiasco, he won't give up. He'll take it to you no matter who you are.
Fiasco kicked out at 2. Back and forth matchup, and back and forth we go again as Fiasco with a knee to the midsection and a snapmare off the ropes.
What an elbow.
Drop onto Del Bruno, but he kicks out and into a headlock.
You know what I find very interesting, Matt, is that both of these guys are wrestling for the same thing tonight. And that thing is respect and title contention. The difference is that Del Bruno is trying to earn the respect of all these people out here and, you know, the authority in the back, whereas Fiasco, he's only interested in the respect of one person, the man he looks at in the mirror every day. And until he holds that King of the North title, I don't think he can do that.
So in a roundabout way, you're telling me Fiasco hates himself.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying that at all. Don't you put words in my mouth, Matthew. What I'm saying is that Fiasco fights for himself and himself alone, not the approval of some ticket-buying public.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's the difference right there. You think that Fiasco would do that kind of kick if he cared about the fans? Nah, he'd be too worried about hurting their little feelings by beating up their hero from Italy. But Fiasco, he don't care where you're from. As far as he's concerned, your nationality don't matter as long as it leads to him getting in title contention.
Well, this match should have a big impact on the title picture as we head to Rumble in the Bay coming up in August. You can get your tickets now. Join the Northland Wrestling Facebook group for all the information. But right now, Del Bruno trying to get himself back into title contention picture. A lot of hard kicks there. Fiasco ducks, going for the backdrop. Del Bruno counters, going for himself. The switch rolls. Fiasco rolls off. Del Bruno rolls off. Oh, that probably didn't look good. Tornado DDT delivered.
What a sequence of moves from both men.
This could be it. No, Fiasco kicks out.
He's going to have to work a little bit harder to get one over on Anthony Fiasco.
A little disorientated after all that rolling and twirling there.
Hey, listen, that's why Northland Wrestling brings the best talents from all over the world, whether it's Toronto or Milan, Italy.
Alessandro Del Bruno feeling it now, feeling the end could be near for Fiasco. Jawbreaker.
Ooh, that's not gonna be good for his pretty face.
The kill switch. No, it's reversed. Backside drop into the cover, and Fiasco kicks out. Kick to the midsection.
Oh! What do you even call that, Matthew?
I'm trying to figure it out, but he goes for the cover, and Fiasco kicks out again.
Well, whatever it was, it clearly was effective against Anthony Fiasco. I have to admit, he's impressing me quite a bit here with his resiliency. I didn't think it would last this long against the talent, the caliber of Anthony Fiasco, but he seems to be a bit more focused tonight, Matt. Maybe he's starting to realize that title contention is more important than the approval of these fans.
You saw Alessandro Del Bruno defeat Tony Cage at Conquest, so what changed your mind there? Wait a second, this could be coming here. This could be the most electrifying move this side of Rome. It could be the golden goal. No, he missed.
Well, and there's a reason.
Into the kill switch.
Oh my
God. Down goes Del Bruno.
Right on top of his head.
Bruno. 1, 2. Oh, and he kicked out of the kill switch.
Oh my goodness, Matt.
Del Bruno kicked out of the kill switch.
There's a reason that Del Bruno didn't hit the golden goal. I'll tell you why. Because he was pandering to these fans. If he had taken the kill when he had the chance, who knows where we would have ended up. I mean, he wouldn't have beaten Fiasco, but he would have gotten a solid 2 3/4.
He's got him up. Del Bruno now using the ropes as leverage.
What a coward.
Well, what else are you supposed to do when a man like that has you on his shoulder? Slamming his head and his neck right in the turnbuckle. What is he gonna do here?
Gonna slap him across the face. Knock the taste out of his mouth, teach him some manners.
I don't like what Fiasco has in store here. Fiasco setting up Del Bruno.
I bet you Del Bruno's not a big fan either.
Del Bruno could be in a world of trouble here. Both men up. No! Reverses it. Down goes Fiasco. Del Bruno from the second rope. Sunset flip. Can he get it? No, Fiasco. Fiasco has the ropes.
What are you
Fiasco
talking
has
about?
The ropes.
I didn't see that.
And this match is over. Fiasco had the ropes.
Well,
and Fiasco is going to get out of North Bay with the victory.
I don't know what I didn't see that. I saw the legs hooked. I saw Fiasco's arms were outreached, but maybe he wasn't holding the ropes. I don't know. I need to see documented evidence, and I didn't see that.
Well, maybe we'll see that on the replay. Come on, Adam, what? I don't know what has gotten into you tonight, but clearly, Del Bruno did not get a fair result in this match.
No, clearly Del Bruno lost. Clearly Anthony Fiasco won that match, and clearly now Dan Jarrus and Adam Andrews can no longer ignore the excellence that is Anthony Fiasco. Let's take a look at how everything went down, Matt.
Yeah, and then we can show you exactly how Fiasco, quote-unquote, won this matchup. These highlights brought to you by Between the Buns. Thanks again for feeding the Kojiko crew. Del Bruno came out with he was on a hot start here. A couple of high leverage maneuvers. Fiasco did work his way back into this matchup. Look at the tornado DDT. Del Bruno was in control for the majority of this matchup, but there was the kill switch on Del Bruno from Fiasco. And Are you sure? Are you sure that was a clean finish?
I didn't see a hand on the ropes, all I'm gonna say. And more importantly, the referee didn't see it either.